Hello, this video is what I think about the English royal family. Somebody wrote me like yesterday and wanted me to do it ASAP. Sorry if I don't remember exactly who you are. It is somebody who I know though. So let's see. What do I think about the English royal family? I don't really think about the English royal family. They're just people. Did they kill Princess Diana? Well, they haven't addressed it. They haven't defended themselves, but supposedly the camera in that tunnel was turned off like 20 minutes before the wreck. Who knows? Sure. Doesn't really bother me though. I don't think about it. I guess we might even be able to know how much money they're making, what their allowance is. I saw on Yahoo News the other day that the Spanish royal family disclosed their allowance. I didn't see what it was, but I thought that was interesting. I just saw the stories there. So I guess if you want to know, just Google and maybe they'll tell you. I think they still exist because they make money. They make tourist money from like the Japanese tourists and stuff. They are the only royal family in the world that has non-broken, that has continued their sovereignty. All the other royal families in Europe have like lost their official lineage, their power, due to World War II, because all those other countries got invaded by Hitler. But then they reinstated them, and there's like a bunch of other royal families that are still up and running in Europe, like 6 or something. I don't know exactly, maybe 12 or something like that. I don't know. But there's lots of kingdoms, like official kingdoms in the world. Yeah, like 30 or 50 or, yeah, a lot. I don't know exactly how many, but yeah, England is still officially as a kingdom. But I don't think they have any power, any like real power. And I think the public opinion of Queen Elizabeth is quite different from how she was portrayed in that movie about the death of Princess Diana and like what they were gonna do about her or something like that. There was that movie starring Helen Mirren as Queen Elizabeth, and then like her dealings with some dude who looks just like Tony Blair, playing Tony Blair, and she was acting all regal, like you in my kingdom and this and that. And whenever I see a picture of Queen Elizabeth, she's got this big grin on her face, and she's just like, hey, what's up? It seems to me like she's just a really like happy, cheery, kind of bubbly, maybe even ditzy lady, like not like a stern, you know, my kingdom, taking her kingdom all seriously like in the show. She's probably, if you hang out with the English family, they're probably just like normal people who are like, yeah man, I get to travel all over the world on that taxpayer money, you know, totally like not, they're probably weirded out about the whole concept of royalty than anybody else. Like, I can't believe how awesome my life is. I mean, I think they eat up the attention. And, yeah, but I don't think they're just like, you know, like, this is my kingdom and I get to have influence on the laws and all that stuff. No. I don't think they're like that. The particular royal family that we have in England right now, they're called the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. They're Germans, and they originally took over from the Stuarts, was it? Back about 150 years ago, I think it would have been, and the 1850s or something. I think it was because of Queen Victoria. If in Europe, the way that it works is if your monarch is a woman, Then she marries a dude, and then his lineage becomes the new monarch, the new royal family. It's really sexist that way. So the royal family, the Windsors, who are right now, they're the same monarchy as the Saxe-Coburg-Gothas, but they changed their name in World War I because of that sounded too German, and they didn't want to remind the English that they were German. They figured it would be more patriotic to change their name to like the Windsors, an English name. But that they just changed their name to that, like, I think arbitrarily. I don't even know if Windsor has anything to do with them. But or maybe it's a translation of one of the names, Coburg-Gotha or something, but they're the exact same as Coburg-Gotha, but Coburg-Gotha in reality is the exact same dynasty as the Stuarts. It's just that it changed names because they took the name of, I think it was Queen Victoria's husband, who was this, who they brought over, who was a German, who they brought over from Germany, and or maybe, yeah. And I think he was the guy who brought the Christmas tree over, started the whole custom in England and America, the Christmas tree, because that was a German custom. Yeah, so it's been a long time since England actually had a change of dynasty due to war. Yeah, so if you want to talk about the current royal family, then I guess you could go back a really long way. I think it's even the same royal family as like the king, the guy who is the king when America became independent of England, King George III. He was a pretty good king, actually. He was the king that was in charge, you know, and there was lots of trade, like exploding trade between the world. It was probably like, it was basically the golden age of the English empire. The population of America had gone up like tenfold between 1720 and 1780. And originally, King George, actually, he was a good king. He wrote a pamphlet denouncing smoking back in the 60s, saying that everybody needs to quit smoking because it's disgusting and it's really bad for the lungs. Yeah, but then he got like some kind of like genetically related stomach like ailment, which ended up spreading to his brain and turning him into a schizophrenic, and he spent the last like 10 years of his life in delusions, like having hallucinations of like Fantasyland armies and like running around like babbling nonsense. They had to put him in a straitjacket at one point, and so he had to abdicate in favor of his son. Let's see, yeah, the royal family, they had a really gradual loss of power. England had a really gradual transition into a democratic republic due to a whole lot of different things. So that's kind of why they still have a royal family that's really, you know, popular and stuff, is because there was never any drama really with that. They kind of slipped and slided away really slowly, starting with the Magna Carta and then Queen Elizabeth, and then they had some crazy stupid guys in there. They chopped off Charles I's head because he was a stupid guy, and then they brought back his son because people wanted to have then they had a republic for 12 years, and then they brought back his son because they wanted a king, but he was kind of like, you know, like a king who was more cooperative. And then, yeah, and then they had like a really business related, and oriented empire because of their whole world enterprises, a lot of power to the British East India Trading Company and traders in America and stuff. And so, yeah. Now in the future, I think people are going to lose interest in the royal family in the next generation or two, and all the royal families in America. And we'll just, I mean, they'll always be the royal family, like the mascots in some way or another, but I don't think they're going to continue to be. They might, you know, they might continue to be the royal family and get to live in the castle and do the ceremonies and all that stuff. Who knows? Depends on where the mindset of the people is. But I don't think, I think that'll just evaporate. I think people will start to choose other, you know, they'll get drowned out by all the other types of celebrities that there are in the world, and people will just lose interest and they'll just discontinue the royal family. But I don't know. I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. Because it is a cool idea to have like a family that you can trace their lineage back a really long ways. You know, and do the genealogy and then have this royal family and that royal family related and da-da-da-da-da. But you can't really trace them back all that far because of all the different dynasty changes that have been going on since the beginning of time. But, yeah, they seem like nice people, though. That Kate, what's her name? Kate, I'm drawing a blank. But the new, like, Kate lady who married William, she's beautiful. Oh, my God. She's, like, the hottest girl ever. And her sister is, too. Oh, my God. So those guys, Prince Harry and William, those dudes are lucky. I guess William marries Kate, and then Harry wants to marry the sister Pippa. Yeah. But I guess they were a very, not a very, what do you call it? You know, they had problems just like every other family. King, what's his name? George VI, who was the king during World War II. He stuttered really badly because I guess he was abused by the maid when he was a little kid, and his daddy was rough on him, and so, you know, normal people. I don't think people should try to say they're evil and that they're, I've heard like people like Alex Jones or I don't know if Alex Jones, but like David Icke and stuff and other conspiracy theorist types. It's the royal family, those evil people trying to control the world. No, dude. They don't have any power. They're just mascots. They're just, I mean, here, the Constitution of Great Britain, written in 1707 with the Union of Scotland and England, constitutionally gave the King of England less power than what the President of the United States constitutionally has since then. And they have lost, and now the only dude who really shows up at the meetings and makes all decisions is the Prime Minister, man. If the king tried to go in and be like, hey, Prime Minister, I'm the king, you do this and that. Yeah, maybe at a consultancy stuff, but that's about it, you know. And then what would he know anyways? Those guys just travel around, you know. Harry is like a little war kid, you know, a soldier boy, and William just vacations and parties and stuff. I mean, don't, if you want to like get pissed off at people for controlling too much, it's the politicians who are elected into office and the ones who are showing up in the meetings and stuff. Or like the super rich people who think they're Dr. Zhivago. So that's what I think about the royal family. Okay, peace out.